Hello everyone and welcome to this very impromptu lesson. So as you all know, the schools are now closed due to the current pandemic of COVID-19. So I thought I would give something back by giving you all a little maths lesson. So if I write maths on the board, and many parents out there will be struggling to homeschool their children because since they were at school, a lot has changed. So let me just introduce myself. My name is Miss Sherlock, and I will be your teacher for this video. So, okay. Apologies for that. I'm leaning against my piano. So my name is Miss Sherlock, and I'll be doing a bit of maths with you this morning. So before you start, I'd like you all to make sure that you're comfortable, you've eaten, had something to drink, and been to the toilet and washed your hands. Very important the moment we wash our hands after we've, touched anything, really. So make sure you're comfortable, sitting down, ready with a pencil and paper to get started. Okay, so now this is year 2 maths, but I'm going to start off year 2 maths because I'm just taking the mean average of age of children. But okay, so we're going to look first of all at complements and or number bonds. So some people call them complements, some people call them number bonds. So what we're going to do, sorry if I turn away from you, number bonds. Okay, so I'm sure you all know by now what number bonds or complements are. So they are the numbers that add up to 10. Numbers that add up to 10. So that means that we have, right, so we start with 10 here, and first of all we can have 0 plus 10 is 10, 1 plus 9 is 10, 2 plus 8 is 10, 3 plus 7 is 10, 4 plus 6 is 10, 5 plus 5 is obviously 10, 6 and 4, 7 and 3, 8 and 2, and 9 and 1. All of these numbers add up to 10. So, I will give you a quick exercise, and I want you to make sure that you're not cheating and not just skipping ahead in the video. So, I'm going to write down a number, and you've got to write down as quickly as you can its complement or number bond. So, 7, nice easy one. I'll give you a few seconds, okay? Yes, you're quite right. It's 3. So, next one, 4. Good. 6. Excellent. What about 1? That's very easy, isn't it? 9. Excellent. So, what about 5? Very easy. It's just the same number again. It's 5. So, I'll do some more. What haven't I done? 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. 4 past 6. Okay, good. I think you're all caught up on your number bonds now. So, next thing we're going to be doing is counting. I know it's a bit of a leap, but counting up in 5, counting in 5s basically. So basically our 5 times table. So the best thing, the best way to count up in 5s is actually telling the time. Which is another thing that you might do if you're in year 2 at the moment. I know I taught I was in a school a few weeks ago, and I was assisting a student in year 2, and they were that's what they were doing in maths, telling the time. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to help you tell the time. Telling the time is very, very important. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so apologies for my not so neat clock there. Okay, so as we all know, the way we tell the time is by hours and minutes. So, and the minute hand is the longest hand on a clock. The shortest hand is the hour. Okay, so if the minute hand, what time have I given you on the board there? That's a nice easy one. So I'd like you to 5 seconds write down what time I've written on the board there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I have written 3 o'clock, or 1500 hours in 24-hour clock. But we'll come into that a little bit later on. First of all, though, we'd just like to. Right, so we're just telling the time. Okay, I'll just grab my board rubber again. Apologies. Right. Oh, it's a bit of kitchen town at the moment, but anyway. So, okay, if I were to put, right, that was easy because it was an hour. So, and when it's an hour, the big hand will always point to the 12. So the minute hand should always be on the 12 if it's an hour. And the hour hand will point to whatever hour it is. So if the hour hand is pointing there, 5 seconds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's 11 o'clock for 2300 hours. So, but what if the minute hand is not on the pointing to the 12? Okay, what if the minute hand was pointing to the 4, for example? So is it 4 minutes past? Oh no, it's not, because every number is worth 5 minutes. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Okay, so I'm sorry you can't really see that very well, but okay. So let's actually start with an easier one. That's just being a teacher. Right, okay, so let's start with that one there. So this is 1/2 past. So at the on this clock it's showing 11:30. Okay, I'll explain it a bit better for you, and because I can picture you all staring up at me, thinking, what is she on about? So, let's explain it better. So, we've got the hour. So 60 minutes is the hour. So if it's pointing to 12, if the minute hand is pointing to 12, that means it's dead on the hour. Quarter, you then have quarter past. So if the minute hand is on the 3, it's quarter past. If the minute hand is on the 6, it's half past. If the minute hand is on the 9, it's quarter to. And then you go back to the hour. So, as you are not all in front of me and I can't see you or hear you, I'm just going to have to imagine that you're getting this. So, I want you to count in 5. So I'm going to set a time, and I want you to count in 5 5-minute increments. What time I've got on there. So the big hand is, the minute hand is pointing to the 11, and the hour hand is pointing to the 9. So what time is that going to be? So I'll give you 10 seconds for this one, because it might take you a bit longer to count all the way round to the 11. But and I have got all the numbers written down there for you, so it should make it a bit easier. So 10 seconds, on your marks, get set, go. 3, 4. Okay, I hope you all got an answer there. So the answer for this one would be 5. Well, it's going to be 8:55. So it's 5 to 9. So okay, 5 to 9. That was a difficult one. So if you got that, well done. Something a bit easier. Minute hand on the 2, hour hand on the 6. 10 seconds, go. Okay, so you should all have got that one. So that was 6, 10. So 10 minutes past 6. Let's see if we can do a one. Right, so what time is that? Well, I'll change the hour hand and make it a bit harder. So that would be quarter. Actually, I'll make that clearer for you. Okay, so if you can't see that, the hour hand is just coming to the 5. So I will give you 10 seconds to answer this question, and then I will tell you the answer. Don't skip ahead, don't cheat. You're only cheating yourselves if you cheat. So count with me. I'll do it with you, I'll make it easier for you. Right, so you've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Now, do we need to go any further? No, we don't, because we've got this one here. We've reached the number. So 45. That means that it is 45 minutes past what? Now, if you said 4, you'd be correct. So it is 4:45. So, I think that should, right, I'll just do 2 more because this is probably too easy for all you clever children out there. So, I'm just going to do that one there. So, what have we got? We've got the minute hand. That's not very clear. Oh, actually, no, that's what I'll do. So, minute hand on the 7. And hour hand on the 3. So, 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So, 35 minutes past. Is it going to be 3 or 4? It's going to be 3. So, it's going to be 3:35. Okay, now I'm going to go on to something a bit harder. So, if you are if you're not currently doing 24-hour time, and that you find this a bit difficult, then well, I'll make it as simple for you to understand as possible. But when you do go back to school, your teacher will be impressed by the fact that you know how to tell the time in 24-hour clock. So, I'll scrub all this off. I'll give you... Okay. So, 24-hour clock. Now, this is something that confuses a lot of people, but is actually very simple. And I'm going to explain it to you in a simple way. Now, so, I'll redraw my clock. Let's see if I can draw round something circular. Bear with me 2 seconds. If I can find something circular to draw round. Right. Don't want anything too big. Oh dear, I'm sorry, I can't find anything suitably circular to draw around, so I'll just have to draw it freehand and do the best I can. Okay, so that's not a perfect circle, but it's very difficult to draw a perfect circle, so... Okay. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right. So, if the time is in the morning, if it's if it's before 12, the time is either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 or 11. When it gets past 12 o'clock, so hopefully you all know the term noon and midnight. So noon is 12 o'clock midday. So when it's light outside and it's 12 o'clock, that's midday. Midnight is when it's 12 o'clock and we're all in bed asleep. Well, I should hope you're all asleep by 12 o'clock. So after 12 o'clock noon, after 12 noon, we start getting into 24-hour clock, or 24-hour time. So, hopefully you all know AM and PM. So before 12 o'clock it's AM. After 12 o'clock is PM. So, after 12 o'clock we start counting like after 12. So 12, so 1 o'clock is 13, 2 o'clock is 14, 3 is 15, 4 is 16, 5 is 17, 6 is 18, 7 is 19, 8 is 20, 9 is 21, 10 is 22, and 11 is 23, and 12 is obviously 24 or 00, 0. Because when it gets to midnight it's 00, 0. So you don't say 24 hours, it's 0 hours. Okay, so if I were to say the time is, so that is the minute hand is on the min, so I'll make it clear that that is the minute hand, and the so that's on the 12. We know it's an hour. So I want you to tell me what the time is in 24-hour clock if the hour hand is on the 3. And don't say 3 o'clock, I want it in 24-hour time. So I'll give you 5 seconds and then I'll tell you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the time is 1500 hours. Okay, so 1500 hours, that's good. If you got that, well done. And so hours, let me see. What if I made the minute, the hour hand, that's there. So the hour hand is next to so it's pointing to the 7. So what time in 24-hour clock is that? I'll count round with you this time, make it a bit easier. So 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, so that's 1900 hours. So if you got that before I helped you, well done. Okay, let's try a trickier one. Okay, so the hour hand is pointing to the 10. But what is that in 24-hour clock? So actually you can see it's right there, but you know, I want you to use your brains to count 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So it's 2200 hours. 2200 hours. And I'll do 2 more of these. Gonna have that one here. So if it's pointing to the 4, I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to count round because it's only the 4, so you've only got to count 4 times. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the answer is right, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 1600 hours. 1600 hours. Don't know if you can see that. There you go. So, okay. I hope you all understand that. And if you don't, I'll go through it one more time. Anytime after 12 o'clock, we start counting into the teens. So, and 20s, obviously. So, you've got 12 o'clock and then 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and then back to 0. So, if I were to say the time was, so that's the hour. So that is, right, I'll give you 10 seconds to try and answer it yourself. 5, so 10, 9, 8. I'll let you concentrate. Okay, time's up. So the answer is, let's just check. So 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 and 23. 2300 hours is the answer. 2300 hours. Okay. And I think I will, I tell you what I'll do a couple, just to finish off, because I'll make this a half an hour lesson, because I don't want to bamboozle you with too much. The world at the moment is confusing enough, so I will let you off with a half an hour lesson today, but I will be back tomorrow with some more. Actually, tomorrow we'll be doing some English instead, just to make sure you're getting a variety. So, apologies for that noise, that's my washing machine. Okay, so I'm going to combine the two now. I'm going to give you a minute, I'm going to make the minute hand point. Let me see. Where can I point my minute hand to make it difficult for you? So I'm going to point my minute hand there, and I'm going to point my hour hand there. So I want PM, so it's something. So what would 11 PM be? What have we've just worked out, beg pardon, what 11 PM would be. So it should be all fresh in your minds. So 11, and how many minutes past 11 is it? So it's 5, 10, 15. So 23:15. Okay, and I didn't give you much time to work that one out, I'm sorry. So I will do another one for you. I will do, that is the minute hand, so min, and this is the hour hand, hour. So you've got the hour hand pointing to the 4 and the minute hand pointing to the 8. So what time in 24-hour clock is that? I'll give you 10 seconds to work it out. Okay, so let me see. So you've got the hour hand pointing to the 4 and the minute hand pointing to the 8. So let's work out the hour first. That's the easiest thing to do. So we know that 13, 14, 15, 16. So it's going to be 16 something. And now we need to work out the minute hand. So it's going to be minute hand 30. Right, so I've given it away there, but so let's count. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Oh, I know. I haven't given it away. I did that on purpose. Right. So that's 3540. So it's going to be 1640. There you go. 1640. And I will stop there. Apologies if you're still confused, but we will come back to this at some point over the foreseeable future. I will be making these sort of videos every day with various different subjects. So I hope you enjoyed and I hope you learned something. And goodbye for now. And keep safe, stay at home, and remember to wash your hands frequently. Thank you. Bye.